Well, the Griffins exercised the demons last night at the BMO Harris Bank Center in Rockford, Illinois, otherwise known as the Nightmare on Elm Street. A 3-1 win there ended an 8-game losing streak in that building, also known as the Big Orange Box, and vaulted Grand Rapids back into first place in the Central Division standings. Tonight, they welcome the Milwaukee Admirals to town, one of 5 teams separated by just 6 points atop the division standings. Michigan First Credit Union presents Game Day Preview. First up, a look back at the Griffins' first win in Rockford since April 1st of 2017. The Ice Hogs scored first late in the opening period, but the Griffins had an answer for that. Wade Megan draws a faceoff back to Jake Chelios, who fires a shot into the upper right-hand corner, scoring his first goal in a Griffin uniform to tie things at 1. It remained that way into the third period when Megan, along with Matt Ford and Matt Pumple, got together and said, "Enough of this nonsense. We are tired of losing in this arena."
Right point held in by Hickett's to Ford in the right wing corner. Hillman tying him up. Ford will step away from him. Nada. Pumple in front of shot. Score! Wade Megan on the rebound of a Matt Pumple sharp angle shot. Stopped by the goaltender, went right to Megan, and he buries it.
And the Griffins would hold that 2-1 lead into the closing seconds with the Rockford goaltender pulled for the extra man. Wade Megan scores into the empty net, finishing the night with 2 goals, including the big one, the game winner.
Yeah, I was just able to find a little space in the slot there and pump some in nice play. Spit right out to me, so I was able to put it in.
Ohari Sateri backed up his outstanding performance against Belleville last Saturday in a 5-2 win. He was terrific last night, turning aside 29 of 30 Rockford shots for the win. The Griffins also responded nicely from arguably their worst game of the season 2 nights earlier in Chicago in a 5-2 loss. And along the way, of course, they end this miserable stretch of games in Rockford where they'd gone 0-4-1-3. So they'd earned points in 4 of the 8 games, but they just hadn't come up with any wins. All the games were close. It was just a nice feeling to finally put that aside for Brian Lashoff and company.
Yeah, it's a tough place to play, and we know that, and we've had our struggles in there, but it was a good team win for us, bouncing back from a game in Chicago that we thought, we were not as good as we wanted to be. So it was a good game for us, and hopefully a good building block.
Well, here's a quick look at the Central Division standings now. You get a sense of just how tightly packed together these teams are. Always fun to look at it, by the way, when you're in first place, and that's where the Griffins are entering tonight's game. Their opponent, Milwaukee, has dropped into 5th, having won only 3 of their last 10 games. Their parent team, the Nashville Predators, made a couple of acquisitions of late that should bolster the Milwaukee lineup. A couple of big forwards, Phil Giuseppe, claimed off waivers earlier this month, and then they obtained Cole Schneider within the last week from the New York Rangers. Griffins had a long night of travel getting back from Rockford through the inclement conditions. Lots of snow on the way back, and therefore the team didn't arrive until after 5 o'clock this morning, so no morning skate, and as of this recording, no decisions on the lineup had been made by Ben Simon and company. We can tell you this, the Griffins have been awfully dominant at home. Hope to continue that tonight. Points in 17 of 20 games here at Van Andel Arena. And don't forget later, starting at 10 o'clock tonight, the Great Skate at the Rosa Parks Circle right here in downtown. Thanks for joining us, everybody. Game Day Preview is brought to you by Michigan First Credit Union.